Ta-da! Hey folks, welcome back to another video of Schmidt J. And as the title of the video says, I have the Galaxy Fold. And it is right here in my hand. And I'm excited. So, this was a long time coming. I genuinely couldn't wait to explore this phone and get my hands on it. And so the day has come. I know that this phone has been out for a little bit, but the best part about this phone is there are very few people that have it, because very few people are willing to spend $2,000. You heard it, $2,000 on this folding phone. So this video is not going to be like what you think. I'm going to give you some quick disclaimers, and we'll discuss for a little bit my first impressions, and then I'll start my review period. So first things first is this is a sponsored video. This is not mine. I was able to get one sent over, so they sent me one for review. I'm happy. I only have about a week with it though, and that's the thing. So if in fact I can, you know, you guys, I can never do a full review in a week. So this entire time, any videos that you see pretty much are just a first hands-on is what I can basically call it. This video right here is my first impressions. I tweeted out earlier this morning that I had the phone and that was that. And then here I am later tonight giving you my initial impressions of the phone. And we'll go from there. Now, I said a bunch of things about this phone, 3 in particular, that I figured might change once I got it in my hand. So the first thing I talked about, well, one can't change, and that's the price. Unless I can find one pre-owned or something like that. Yeah, and I've looked, and there are not a lot of them out there that on eBay and places like that are lower than $1,700 or $1,500. And yeah, that's way out of my ballpark for a phone. So that right there won't change. I still feel like this phone is overpriced, even after having it in my hand. And some will come online and tell you it's not for everybody, yada, yada, yada. I think this is a phone that more people should be able to get their hands on and use, but I'm not going to encourage them to spend $2,000. I'm just not going to do it. This is a really nice device. But it's not a $2,000 phone. And some people love to argue the fact that it's for a special crowd. And, let's be realistic here. Everybody would love to have a phone that folds into a tablet. This is something that's actually really cool. And a lot of people would love to have this, but reality is they can't afford $2,000 or they don't want to spend $2,000, and I'm with them. So price, my mind is still made up on that. It's totally not worth $2,000. No matter how much I like it, no matter how premium it feels, blah, 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 not for $2,000. Now, next thing is the small screen. Now, I talked about this small screen prior to having the phone. I said they could have stretched it out and they could have given us a bigger screen. This isn't going to be realistic. Well, one thing that did change on my thoughts for that after using this is you can definitely use this little screen and be totally comfortable with using it. You will not have a problem using this little phone screen on the front here. And it's not going to be a problem. It's actually going to be super easy for you. Swiping during text messages and stuff like that. This little keyboard right here, this is actually super cool and very comfortable. It's really accurate too. That's the crazy part. I don't know, it feels good. It's a nice little haptic feedback when you text and everything. It's just really good to do it with one hand. So, but the flip side of that is they still could have stretched this out some. They definitely could have, and I don't change my mind on that. While it is definitely functional, they could have definitely stretched it out, and I really don't appreciate them slapping a small screen on a $2,000 phone in the front. Now, so I'm mixed on that. I'm good and I'm bad on that. So price, I feel the same. Front screen, I'm half and half now that I have it in my hand. Another thing I talked about was how thick the phone is. Now, this isn't going to change for me. This is a brick. All right, let's just be clear here. I know this is a first generation, like some people like to make excuses for. This is a brick. It's a brick. It is very thick too. And the hinge is huge. It's just a big phone. There's no getting around it. You're not going to be able to avoid it. This is a thick phone. But a positive side to that is when you're talking on this phone, you're going to feel like you got one of your old home phones. It's like a chocolate bar. It's like a Snickers bar or something. It's just super heavy though. And it's something to hold on to. So when you're making a call, you're like this. And you're like, boom, boom. Yeah, man, I know, man. This is way more comfortable than holding a wider phone like this. And if you see how wide it is, it's definitely wider. So this is a narrow phone, but it's thick and heavy. That's the next thing. This phone is heavy, really heavy, way heavier than I thought it was going to be. So that's something that hasn't changed. That actually confirmed to what I was saying at some point. So the price is not good. The phone is heavy. It's thick with this huge hinge. It's got a small screen. Now, after all of that, for those that didn't skip past the first few minutes of the video, this phone is awesome. This phone, and you can see I opened it up here. It is a crease. When you open it up, the facial recognition is blazing fast. But it's more along the lines of, it's so much canvas. Oh man, now you guys know I'm a huge BlackBerry fan. Once you work wide on this thing, and that's a BlackBerry slogan, work wide, right? Once you work wide on this phone, it's going to be very difficult to go back to another phone. So my first impressions on the display, while you do have that crease down the center, you can kind of see it at certain angles. It's a boss up display. It is a beautiful, there is no second guessing. This display is the truth. When you're watching a video on it, like YouTube, when you're watching YouTube, yo, it plays in such a beautiful way, man. It's so beautiful. When you're not playing with the full screen, I'm gonna play a video here with the full screen and without the full screen. The speakers are nice too, so. All right, here's a little video.
What's up, folks?
So this is playing
Just gonna chat
not in full screen. Now, that is full screen.
I haven't driven the car. In quite some time, but it was time to do a cold start. Gotta get a vlog too. Rain.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful speakers and beautiful screen. I am not gonna front. This is one of the most pleasurable feelings of using the device, man. It really is. I'm not gonna sit on this video and front like I'm not excited that this phone is not fire. If you want the wow factor, look, yo, the wow factor is for real. The wow factor is serious on this phone. The display is so big, and I can't get into the cameras tonight because it's raining and storming and it's late already. So, but the display is so beautiful. The phone is just so clear. It's just, man, it's just one of those things that once you get it in your hand, you're gonna be like, oh man, you'll be like, oh snap, this is crazy. So I'm gonna change the wallpaper to something else. You can kind of get something better than that wallpaper. I'll change it to this right here, this multi-pack real quick so you can see. Dang, it's some nice wallpapers in here, man. So let me see if I can get it to go to the outside. It does a lot of these on the inside of on the outside of the display, and I want it on the inside of the display. But the screen is just I can't even tell you, son. It's crazy, B. I want to try to get a nice wallpaper up here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. That's beautiful. That is freaking beautiful, son. I'm telling you, never in my life have I experienced something so great. I can't even, I don't know, man. It's just, I'm not going to hate on the phone. I don't have it in me to hate. I got to keep it 100. And this phone, son, the display is fire. All right, here's another one I can set for you that it really shows off how beautiful the display is. Look at this. Ooh. That's crazy, man. I can't even put into words. Over video, it's not going to probably be as much as what I'm trying to explain it to be. And look at what the brightness isn't even all the way up, son. It just moved as soon as I said that. But yeah, this phone gets plenty bright, man. It gets plenty bright, and it is just a nice feeling. Now, one other thing I want to talk about with this phone in my first impressions in this video is the multitasking. So if you swipe over like this, let's see if I can get it to do it. There we go. Swipe over like that from the edge. You can drag things and put 3 different windows on the device, on the screen. So I thought at first, man, and let me disable this stupid Facebook. I thought at first, like, you know, gimmick. Nope. I put Twitter on one side, YouTube on the top, a web browser on the bottom. Done. It's the truth, man. It's a real multitasking beast, for real. So much better than just having 2 windows. I can't even front. It's just one of those things that I think if I start to use that a lot, I'm going to really appreciate it. Now here's a downside, because it's not all roses. Keeping the phone open like this, I got big hands, but this is wide like this, open, man. A lot of people won't do this for long. Even with 2 hands, it's comfortable or whatever, but I don't know, man. This is, obviously it's a 2-handed device when it's open, but sometimes when I have it closed, I'm yearning for the big screen, you know what I mean? And I got to deal with the small joint, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's not looking too good. So, you know, my first impressions of this. Now remember, again, if you skip through the video, you don't know. So I ain't gonna keep reminding you guys, but I got this as a review unit. I only have a week with it, you know what I'm saying? So I got to send it back. It's not mine. But I definitely wanted to give you guys some impressions on it, man. I've been longing to get my hands on this. I don't have an unboxing or anything. I just got the phone itself, and which is fine with me. A phone in a case. Make sure it's protected nice. As far as the crease goes, man, I can see the crease. You'll be able to see the crease. There's no getting around it. There are so many things that you can't do with this phone. Like when I powered it up, it's got this laundry list of things that I can't do. It's kind of like, wow, is this how it's going down? You know what I mean? It's like this, I got to go through all of this just to even use it. And it makes you want to be extra careful with it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of frustrating, but you know, it makes you want to be extra careful. And you know that you're holding something expensive, because I was saying in another part of the video, it's a little premium, man. It's kind of, it feels really good. But there are a lot of phones, there are a lot of phones out there that feel really good too. Now, this is my first impressions, like I said. So I want to talk about, in this video, because it didn't take me long to figure this out, a couple things. You know, there are the main phone, like if you were a person saying, hey Jay, man, I got 1,500 or I got 1,200 or whatever, or I don't have a limit and I need a powerhouse worker bee phone, I still wouldn't recommend this phone. I would tell you go get the Note 10 Plus or even the Note 10, because this phone has too many don'ts or have-nots. You know, there's a lot going on with this phone that are not there. No pen support. For people that think wireless charging is important, I think that's wireless charging. Does it? I ain't even look. Let's go check it out. But just the plastic display, there's just things that I don't know that I could tell a person to be like, yo, you definitely need to run out and get this phone. I don't know that I would. Not, especially not over the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, man. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus is the top dog. That is just one of the best worker bee phones that you could ever possibly get your hands on. Wait, I skipped over. I started talking about the Galaxy Note so much I skipped over the Fold. Let me see if this has wireless charging. Power bank, reverse wireless charging. Okay, yeah, so it's got fast wireless charging at 15 watts. The 4380 milliamp hour battery. I got a feeling that the battery in this thing is going to be really good, because I'm only at 95%. And that's for the last 6 hours. Moved 5%. So media consumption, multitasking, video conferencing. Look at this. Well, look Look at this. Look at that viewfinder. Look at that viewfinder. You see that? Can you see? I wanted to try to get so you can see how much is in there, but isn't that crazy? That is a viewfinder. That's ridiculous right there, man. That's just a ridiculous viewfinder. It's incredible. I mean, this is just going to be an experience, and then you can actually you can use it again on the, you can use the what's the name on the outside screen too, man. You can use the camera like this too with the little screen. It's not like what you think either, man. It's totally different. You can use it with the front camera like this, and this little front camera on this little camera that's on the front of the display. It's boss, man. I can take a picture right here and then load this up to the video, I guess. It's crazy, man. It's pretty good. Well, it's probably hard to see, but it's pretty good, man. I'll have a camera review. Trust me, I'm gonna give you a camera review. But, you know, overall, man, you know, is it practical? Not really. Let's just keep it 100 here. It's a hot phone. And again, this is a different thing on my channel. I've never had a review unit where I only got to keep it for like a week or something like that. So, but trust me, appreciative. Thank you for sending this over. But I really won't be able to give you any final thoughts on it because I'm not going to have it, and I'm not going to have it for three months from now. So, you know, that'll be that. But I will tell you that this is hotness. This is fire. It definitely feels premium when you get it in your hand. You know, it's nice, man. So my first impressions of it was, whoa, when I flipped it open, like, wow, you know, that screen is on point. And I was just like, man, this is crazy right here. And, you know, I still feel like that. It's a fast phone too, man. I mean, this thing is flowing through web pages like nothing. But I think for a person that is going to want to keep this as a daily driver, you just have to be too careful for me. You know what I'm saying? I will be too watchful over this thing to enjoy it, I think. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, for those that did kick it out, and there's not a lot of people that have this phone. For those that have it though, you know, I'm sure they're enjoying it, but I'm also pretty sure they probably got tired of using this as a daily driver just because of the weight alone. And if they are using it as a daily driver and it's their only phone, then yeah. But if they have multiple phones, I can guarantee you they will not use this as a daily driver for very long. If they don't have to, quote that, if they don't have to, because this is a heavy phone, son. It's heavy. But I'm gonna give it all I got, man. It's your man Jay. I'm gonna give you my full review of this. Well, my full my full first impressions a week from now before I send it back. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed first impressions, and I'll see you in the next one. Multitasking beast right here. I didn't go over specs or anything because I felt like you guys know the specs. The 7.3 inch display when you open it up, just a little over, it's like a 4,300 milliamp hour battery, something like that, whatever I just said. It's got like 6 cameras, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, it's got like a boatload of cameras on here. It's got a 4.6 inch display on the outside. It's, you know, it's beast mode. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? But is it worth it though? Yeah, no, it's not. So let's just clear that up right now. It's not worth $2,000. No, it's not even worth $1,500 actually in my book. But hey, let's save some of those thoughts for later on. It's your man Jay, and I'm out. Let's fade out.